Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. How's it going, everybody? So, as we like to do, I want to start this first by asking you, how are you doing? Really, how are you faring? How is the day or the week going for you? I just want you to think about it and just know that this community is here to support you. Okay. I want to make sure to ask people how they're doing because I go out with different groups of friends. I try to do that every quarter at the very least, if not more. And sometimes you'll sit down with a friend, ask them how they're doing, and they'll have this big smile on their face and I'm doing great, whatever. And you go, something's off. I don't know what it is. And I'll just look at them and go, please tell me what's going on. And then you just see it kind of crumble and they go ahead and share. And I just think it's important because for whatever reason, people throw that mask up and don't want anyone to know that they're hurting, that they're doubting things, that they just don't know where to turn and just scared to really say anything. And I don't know what that comes from really. Is it social media? No, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to bash or badmouth social media. But I think a lot of the times when people post, it's these wonderful pictures about vacations, special events, new outfits, just all this stuff that they want to share. And that's great. I don't ever want to say to anybody, don't share. But when you share all of the good, right? But none of the bad, and it happens to be that day, you're seeing everybody's good, 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 but nobody asks about your bad, and I just think it is so important for us to be whole and total human beings. We have our good days, we have our bad days. So that's why I just wanted to start these with asking you how you are doing. And at the end of this, we'll talk about if you would like to connect with the community in a way that we can answer some questions, because one of the things that I've noticed when I've thrown that out there, I've actually gotten messages from people, from some of my subscribers, and their questions, their comments became a part of my broadcasts, right? So whatever they shared, of course, names were removed to protect the innocent. Obviously, we want to make sure to do that, but just honoring that person for coming and sharing and knowing that whatever I might be going through, you might be going through it too, and just acknowledging all of that with between all of us. So how am I doing? Well, things are good, for the most part. Everybody has their challenges. That is how it is going to be. That's the name of life, right? So I have to be honest with all of you in that I was scared to do these posts initially. I go, who wants to hear from me? What do I have that anybody cares a rip about? And am I going to look stupid? And then I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. Throw caution to the wind and just see what happens. So I just had to fight my way through doubts. I had to, like, nobody would like me. What am I, like five? Nobody likes me anymore? No, 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 no. Be yourself. We want to see you. We want to hear from all of you, and never be afraid. And this is a lesson I'm learning, right? Never be afraid to be who and what you are, because somebody will connect with you on that. And one of those lessons, it took me a long time to really come to grips with it, but I have. And so I turned the camera on myself and I just started talking. And this that we're doing right now, this is the 27th episode of Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. And what's really interesting, at the end of each one, I go, oh, next time I can talk about this. Oh, next time I can talk about that. So it's just a reminder for me that I have a voice, and it just surprises the heck out of me. I've got an audience. Okay, I have people who are connecting with what I'm saying here, and I'm so very grateful to all of you for it. And I just it surprises me. I don't know why it does, but it does. So I thank you all so much for being a part of this. I'm truly grateful for you. Now, after our last episode, I talked about not learning anything about money growing up, only that I needed to work hard, I needed to get a job, I needed to take care of myself, and just be a productive member of society. That's all we ever heard about money. That is it. And when your education is so limited, you're going to make mistakes. I made my share, which is really why I wanted to do this, because stuff that I've done, things that I've seen, I'm just sharing. And we really can't fault our family for not giving us a money education. We really can't. Our parents can't be all things to all children. It just doesn't work like that. What was it? Well, we're all a community. We're all members of a community. And what I might not get at home, I need to get from school. I need to get from friends. I need to get that feedback, right, from other people and other opportunities to learn. And so I remember, growing up, I never had anybody say, that's grown folks' business. When I asked a question, when I was talking to friends, that was a phrase that they heard growing up. I never really did. I just, you just knew that you weren't welcome really to ask certain questions. You just knew, so just know. And what it really comes down to, it hit me after the last episode, that while the adults said things like, that's grown folks' business, or don't ask me those kinds of questions, that, don't be that way, don't ask me those things. Could it have been, it's just that they didn't know. They didn't know how to answer it. They didn't know how to help. So think about it. That's the easiest way to back a kid off. That's grown folks' business. Stop it. Well, it worked for me, or similar statements. And I didn't ask questions. I didn't learn anything about money from home, and just school of hard knocks. That's been my teacher for the past, 20 years. That just how it goes, right? And another thing, we're all just scratching and surviving out here. We are just doing the best that we possibly can. And we've got people here who have learned some things, want to learn some things. And so this is a really good mixture between all of us. So I'm, again, grateful to have you. And, just as I was saying, scratching and surviving, I don't know if you've ever seen it or ever even heard of it, but there is a show, I think it was from the 1970s. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure. It is called Good Times. Okay, it's about a family of 5 that were living in the projects of Chicago, and they're friends in their community. And it was just, I enjoyed the show. And so, scratching and surviving, I instantly hear the theme song to Good Times. You'll have to Google it and see what I'm talking about. It's old, but old can be good too, right? We can learn stuff from everything and everybody. And speaking of good times, let's just kind of throw some information out there you might not know. Did you know Janet Jackson used to be an actress? Now, I don't know, she might still act somewhere. I've just not seen it. And when I said Janet Jackson, you're like, who? Yes. So we're a part of a rhythm nation. Is that the lyric from one of her songs? And it's Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Okay, so those of us who go back to the 80s, you're like, oh yeah, I recall that. And for those of you a little bit younger, you're going to have to do a little bit of Googling, and it's okay. Because sometimes I've got to Google some things. It just gives you a chance to learn about different things, different people, and other people's experiences. And at work, I am with all different kinds of people, different age groups. I love that. I find that I feed off of other people's energy. And so, when I throw it out to you folks, feel free to communicate with us because, we want to learn from you too. This is all about taking care of ourselves now in the present. It's also about taking care of ourselves in the future and making sure we are putting money away for our future. And sometimes I forget to do this, but make sure, excuse me, that if you haven't done so already, that you go out there and make sure that you have a retirement account. See if your employer offers it. I know 403Bs are out there, 401Ks, IRAs, whatever is available to you. Just make sure to go out there, sign up for those accounts, because oftentimes a very large proportion of employers will contribute to those accounts for you. So it will help you grow your balances, right? So that you have money for the 30 to 35 years or so after you retire. That is what it's all about, putting money away for your future. Don't deny yourself in the present. You have to have fun. This is, we've only got this one life, right? So we just want to enjoy ourselves. Yes, but delayed gratification is good too, right? You want to just make sure you are taking care of yourself in the future so you're not one of those retired people struggling to make ends meet. I forgot to bring my prop down. I've shown you before my piggy bank because I try to, whenever possible, I try to pay everything cash. And then whatever change is left over, I put it in my bank. And right now I have exactly $34 in it. And that's money that I, save up throughout the year from January to December. Come December, historically, I've had between $50 and $60 just for my change jar. So that's just me, just something that I do in addition to paying myself first in my paycheck, setting aside money for savings, making sure my bills are paid, making sure I have pocket money. So just taking care of myself and my needs today, but also for tomorrow. Okay. Now I want to keep these short and sweet. We try to do them in the between 10 to 13 minutes. You're busy and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just wanted to let you know again how grateful I am. And if you want to connect with this community, by all means, subscribe. It's free, no money. I'm never going to come at you and say, pay for this. No, 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 no. This is about us having an opportunity for me to share, for you to say something back, or just listen. If you don't want to say squat, that is okay too. You just want to get this information? Absolutely. So if you do subscribe, it will come directly to your mailbox and you can watch it. You can share it, and let's just help as many people out there as we possibly can, okay? So with that, I'm so incredibly grateful for all of you. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne, and until next time, okay? Bye-bye.